about sports. So, Ben Simmons. I gotta start off with this because it's a topic that has been going on every day. I'm almost kind of getting sick of it. So Ben Simmons, first he came to practice disengaged. He came to training camp. Then he was wearing some LSU stuff. I'd never seen him do it, so I don't know if it was a fact or not. But there were reports. But only video I seen him was wearing a 76ers. They said he had his phone in his pocket. And today, actually, Doc Rivers asked him to do a defensive drill, and he told him no. So we're gonna leave this open discussion. Actually, let me start off with Craig because I know he got some thoughts about it, man. I know you got some thoughts, Craig. What do you think? With all that drama in Philly with Ben Simmons? What's your thoughts, man?
I mean, I'm obviously I haven't been a fan of Ben. I think Ben Simmons he's overrated. I thought he's been probably the most overrated player in the league for a while now. Obviously, he doesn't want to be there. The team still wants him there. The thing is, I think they could have traded him in the offseason if they didn't want so much in return for him. It's kind of like the Deshaun Watson thing. The team wants way too much in return for their star player. And it's just the teams are not willing to pay what the Sixers are asking for a guy who doesn't shoot well from the free throw line, who's scared in big moments to play offense, basically, besides trying to pass the ball. He's a really good defender. I give him that, but he's only good for one side of the ball. I mean, if we played football, he'd be great because he just played defense. But you say you can't. You're basically a liability every time your team is on the offensive end, and they need him to make shots, and he just won't take shots for whatever reason. He just doesn't want to take them. So I think it's partly his fault because he's doing the only reason why he's there is so he doesn't lose any more money. He doesn't want to be there. He said he doesn't. I think he flew out to talk to Embiid and talk to Rivers and told them both to their face that he doesn't want to be there. So he obviously he doesn't want to be there. The team, at least some of the players, I know Embiid spoke out about, he doesn't even want to address him by name. He doesn't want him there. Some of the other players, I'm assuming they don't want him there. I think if he were to come back and embrace the team would welcome him back with open arms. But he just doesn't want to be there. And to me, he's playing it not smart, because if he just gets on the court and just plays, then what I'm saying, people can see obviously because right now he's not in game shape. He doesn't want to be there. He has bad attitude, bad posture, everything. Like he should play this like Anthony Davis, or play this like James Harden played it before they got traded. They went out there, they played, they did what they had to do, and then they eventually got traded. He's playing this a stupid way, and it's not going to help him out in the end. And it doesn't help that he already doesn't shoot. So who wants a player like that? I think they can find a way to get Damian Lillard for Ben Simmons. I don't know why Portland would want to do that to themselves, but get a little younger, I guess, with Ben Simmons. Get a better defender with Ben Simmons. He's just not going to be the shooter, obviously. But they have CJ McCollum out there, so they have a guy that can shoot the ball, just like just like in Philly, they have a guy that can shoot the ball. But I think it's best for them to get out from the Ben Simmons thing right now while they have a chance. I don't know how good of a chance right now it is for them to get out of it, because of this whole situation, and he's kind of untradeable, I think, or at least he's not as tradable as he was in the offseason. That's when they should have made the move. So I kind of, if I were to, I put the blame on Ben Simmons mostly because he's just acting out of pocket. But I also put the blame on Philly, on their management, Daryl Morey in general, for not making this trade a long time ago. But Ben Simmons just needs to get his act together. I don't know what he's expecting from this outburst that he just had. He's acting like a 4-year-old when he doesn't get his way. So they're going to have to do something with him, and hopefully they find out a way to get rid of him sooner rather than later.
Corey, you got any thoughts, Corey?
I mean, Craig makes a good point about having to find a trade partner and everything. I feel like it's kind of clear that, or at least to me, it seems like he's just trying to force his way out of town. You know, he made the public demand, made it known he wanted out, and that didn't work. He's still there, so now he's showing up and trying to put pressure on them to get rid of him because he's going to be a distraction and a problem. The problem is his market's just not great for him already. I said he's a point guard that can't shoot, and even worse than that, he's afraid to shoot. And I feel like you haven't really seen the year-to-year progress from him either. Like his offensive game doesn't look that much different from when he came into the league. And you would think for a guy of his talent, if he was willing to put in the work, that should have improved a lot by now. So, I mean, how many GMs are potentially going to put their jobs on the line to bring in a guy like Ben Simmons when it's not clear that he's going to be willing to put in the work to become a great player? And when you combine that with what Philly's asking, I don't know how this gets solved, and I feel like it could get pretty ugly before it's all said and done.
Yeah, both of you make good points. The thing is, oh man, James Harden. Listen, James Harden said he didn't want to be there. He came in overweight, but he averaged 33 and 10. And it's James Harden. Like, you know what you're getting with him. Like, you know exactly what you're getting with James Harden, right? And AD, the same thing. AD said, I want to go here. He played, I believe he was an all-star that year, but they sat him. But at that point, when they sat AD, he was like, hey, I did everything. I showed up to practice. I showed up to training camp. I ball out. It's, you know, I listened to a lot of sports talk radio, I guess. So I heard some really good points. Craig said this, right? Being a professional, it's just like, I don't want to compare this, but it's like working a job, right? You're gonna quit or you're gonna get another one, right? So, I mean, today's price is not yesterday's price, man. And unfortunately, his trade value is low right now. I mean, because the last image of everybody has of him is shooting terrible from the free throw line, shooting terrible in the playoffs, passing up a dunk. I believe that was Trae Young in his way. I don't understand that. You're 6'10". I would have tried to put him on a poster. That could have changed the whole dynamic of the series, but you know, you never know. And you know, Doc had his back for a while, and so did Joel Embiid. And then I guess it just boiled over. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And now, from Ben's perspective, I know he was probably hurt because he was like, man, first of all, Philly is a tough place. You know, their fan base it's crazy. Like, I saw this video where they were like, Ben Simmons is leaving town. It was a trash can going down the river. I was like, it was on the news. I was like, Philly, y'all are rough, man. Y'all are really rough, man. This is pretty gangster. So, but we all know that about Philly fans. They do it with football. They do it with basketball. They just go off of their teams. But I think this is a mess. I think the organization, I know they're not going to get what they want for him, but they got to get him out of there, man. It's time. You got your star player now addressing him, saying he doesn't babysit people. You got the coach suspending him. Like, if you're gonna win a championship, you have to be all in, because you have the Nets right there, you have the Bucks, you have the Hawks coming back. You know, the Celtics, Knicks, you can't. Toronto's going to be back healthy. Miami, Chicago, like, it's, you know, we can go on and on, but it's like you can't. You don't have time to be messing around, especially if you want to win a championship, because the window is so small. So, I mean, at this point, if I was Philly, I would trade him for nickel on the dollar. Now, I don't think they're ever going to get what they want for him. I just don't think they are at this point. Now, I was listening to Chris Bouchard and Rob Parker. Rob Parker was like, they should just go hard and say you're not going anywhere. I was like, golly. Sheesh, man, that's tough. He's like, you're going to play the whole 4 years out. I was like, I'm not saying that, man. But, you know, and then Chris Bouchard made a point of Craig when he was like, hey, man, listen, come in, play good, embrace it, say you don't want to be here, but go hard in practice, go hard in games, and you'll eventually up your trade value to get out of here. This isn't helping, but unfortunately, Philly has to, they have to trade him. And unfortunately, listen, somebody's going to take him. Somebody is. I don't think you're going to get Dame for him at this point. Maybe Kyrie, but you know, maybe a lot of people are saying that'll be a good trade. But but the Nets aren't going to do that. You know, the Nets aren't going to do it. Go ahead, Craig.
That's not an even trade. That's not an even trade. You're not getting fair value for Kyrie at all.
Nah,
you would need to give up.
The fit would be perfect. The fit would be tough though.
Not Jeff Green. What's his name? Danny Green. You need to give up him and a shooter, him and Steph Curry for Kyrie or something, and some like a draft pick.
That's what they were saying. Even. They were saying give up a draft pick, Steph Curry, probably Danny Green for Ben Simmons for Kyrie. Kyrie will fit perfect in Philly. He doesn't have to get vaccinated. They would be a championship contender team. Right?
He can't play on the road.
No, in Philly, yeah.
He still can't play on the road.
Well, he can't play in like Golden State.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, but that's
and
it.
like
and maybe Toronto, but Philly not going to. They'll probably embrace Kyrie.
I think eventually some other states are going to open up, or cities are going to open up and be having the same mandates that New York and like California has. I just don't see these two being the only two spots. But
I know they're not getting Dame for him, but he would fit perfect with the Nets.
Maybe if you package Dame with somebody else, I mean not package Dame with somebody else, package
you're gonna have to,
with somebody else
for
Dame, because Ben Simmons alone to me is just not him. Yeah. Maybe for like Kyle Lowry is even. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons for Kyle Lowry. Yeah, okay, I do that, but not Ben Simmons for another star like superstar. No.
No. In Miami,
he's just not good enough.
Kyle Lowry.
He's just not good enough.
Kyle Lowry's gonna shoot though.